my current project is I'm memorizing the United States Constitution. So it is roughly 4,500 words, right? How in the world do I memorize the Constitution when I'm living in a one-bedroom condo? This is what I did. I numbered all the places in my condo, but then it's downtown Fort Worth. So then I go around downtown Fort Worth and I start numbering locations all over downtown Fort Worth. I've actually brought a visual aid with me here. I'll show you.
Sure, yeah.
So this is Fort Worth.
Okay.
Here's a gas station that I'm real familiar with. There is the gas pump. There's the front door. This is a law office over there. Here's Joe T. Garcia's, which is a famous restaurant. I walked around the restaurant. I took pictures all in the restaurant. In other words, I built a mind palace all over Fort Worth, in restaurants, down streets, inside restaurants and bars and hotels. Here's Billy Bob's coming up right here. That's not Billy Bob's. There's Billy Bob's. So I took 500 photographs. And then I put them in a PowerPoint. So now I got this PowerPoint that's 500 locations, Mind Palace. And then underneath it, you will see, is the Constitution. This line of the Constitution goes here. This line of the Constitution goes here. This line of the Constitution goes here. And I just have to look at this and create some image that's going to be a brain trigger and attach this image to this. I'll kind of go a little bit into the weeds here on this. You will notice on this one, there's a lot of yellow on here. In the Constitution, the words shall be repeat over and over, but also the words may be repeat over and over. I'm like, how do I know if it shall be or may be? I have coded for myself yellow for shall be, and maybe, I don't know if I can find another one, is blue. So you'll see some pictures with blue. But
shall be yellow again. Is there more shall be there because it's yellow, or why do you have yellow here?
Shall be. This is shall be. But,
got it.
So to answer your question, how do you build a mind palace with, if you live in a small place? Use the town you live in. Use your favorite restaurant, your favorite bar, your favorite locations, the baseball stadium.
If I'm sitting with a high-end client that I got to close and I'm selling, I'm a business person. If I'm sitting with a partner that I really want to do business with, I want them to invest into me, I have a lot of data and research I've done on them.
Correct.
Is that concept of doing the research on them similar to what you're saying right now? So you would take a folder, you would take 40 different facts about them, create a visualization on each one. If you don't have a more than a one-bedroom place you're living in, go to this place and take those pictures and create them, and then you will know as you're speaking to them that you dropped this, you dropped that, you dropped this. Person's going to say, very impressive for this guy to know the history about our company, when we got started, who the first CEO was, who the second CEO was, who our first investor was, when we sold for $320 million. The same procedure, the same process can work for that as well.
Absolutely. And to a certain extent, I did that for you. Last night I was on your YouTube channel. I was watching your videos, just to get a feel for your show, but also to get a little bit more background on you and see if there was any common friends that we could talk about. And I found one. So I did that. And as I was doing the research on you, I take that little bit of information and I put it on the first piece of furniture in my house. I take the second piece of information that I want to talk about and I put it on the second one. So absolutely, if you're doing research on a client, get that information. And then you got 10 points about this person that you want to bring up. Put them on pieces of furniture in your house. Now let's take it a step further. So you've done research. You walk in and you've got all these things you want to bring up, show them that you're interested in them and you've done research. Walk around that room in your house saying it. But now in the conversation, that client or prospect might tell you some stuff that you want to remember for your next meeting to show them that you're listening.
Yep.
As they say that information, in the next room in your house, put it on that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with writing it down in front of the client either. But if you don't want to do that, put it on the next piece of furniture. So he or she brings up 5, 6, 10 things. Boom, 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 boom. You get out of the meeting. You get back to your car. There's no shame in writing those 10 things down. But the mind palace held it in your brain till you got to your car.
So I can use the same furniture for the same thing, or no, I have to create a new thing for that. So meaning I can't use the Lincoln to use Dam or the table to use Washington to put a washing machine up top. I can't use that again for another piece.
You can, and that you actually just had, it's a very perceptive question that you just asked me, because I just told you use 10 pieces of furniture to remember data on this person.
Sure.
And then I told you to use a different set for what they tell you. The reason I said that is it's from the same meeting. So it's kind of the same topic. In other words, if you memorize the presidents of the United States today, use
First
your
five.
first five.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow you do research on a prospect. You can use those same 5 pieces of furniture. You're not going to confuse it. You're not going to think, oh, this guy used to know James Monroe. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to confuse the material. But if the subject matter is so similar, it comes from the same meeting.
Don't do it.
Use different
Got
pieces
it.
of furniture.
Got it.